Welcome back. You're with us on Overdrive. There's a new entrant in the 125cc scooter segment from Hero MotoCorp that blends in the perfect mix of performance, style and safety. Let's check it out.
Now, if you're in the market looking to get your hands on a 125cc scooter that happened to be sporty, stylish and performance focused, well, Hero MotoCorp wouldn't be the first manufacturer that really came to mind because, well, they never really had a product that met the criteria as far as these three parameters are concerned. That was until now, when they came out with this scooter, the Hero Xoom 125. Now, this scooter promises to be all that and more, and we finally have a chance out here in Delhi to check out the scooter, see what it has to offer, and test it and figure out what it's all about. Now, one might think that Hero is a little late to the game as far as 125cc performance-focused scooters are concerned. But then again, this one has a little more to offer in the way that it's configured. Starting off with the wheels. Now, this is the first 125cc scooter in its class to get 14-inch alloy wheels. So that's a real first. And it also gets these really cool sequential indicators that add a touch of class to the entire aura of it all. Then you have stuff like LED projector lamps, those really funky looking DRLs that add a bit of character. And now Hero say that this scooter has been designed or themed after a falcon. The lines are really nice, smooth flowing panels, there's a nice flow to it from front to rear, sporty looking and very modern at the end of it. There's no denying how awesome this scooter looks. It has this sporty, attractive and slightly aggressively styled front end with a clean midsection that tapers to a tidy rear section with its split tail lamps. And in this bright yellow colorway, it really stands out from the crowd, especially with those uniquely shaped lighting elements at both ends. In terms of features, my favorite bits on here are the live range calculator and the 2 trips with average fuel consumptions on the LCD dash, which are nice to have around to check up on once in a while. There are 2 versions of the scooter that you can get your hands on. There is the lower VX variant and the top end ZX variant. Obviously price difference, and this one that we have out here today is the ZX variant with the disc brake up front. Then you have turn-by-turn navigation, connectivity features thrown in there. You have Hero's start-stop technology, the i3S. Also, you do get this small glove box area. These are the standard features of this particular variant. Now, one might wonder what this 125cc scooter has in common with the other 125s, especially the Destiny 125 that launched just a couple of months ago. Well, to be honest, it's just the engine that is the same unit on there, because everything from the suspension to the chassis, everything is all new with this particular 125cc Xoom. So the way the CVT is configured, the suspension, when this one has a 41mm fork up front, the Destiny has, well, a 40mm fork, different spring rates, different setup altogether. The chassis also is all new to accommodate the same engine, but the configuration of the wheels, the suspension and the seat as well, everything is brand new with this scooter. Adding to the convenience factor is this external fuel filler lid. Now, under the seat, you have a decent amount of storage to work with. Hero claims that you can stuff in a full face helmet in there, but I tried with my AGV, didn't really work out. So half face helmet, more than sufficient space, and you have a nice light in the top end ZX version. Now, this engine is the same as that of the 125cc Destiny scooter that launched just a couple of months ago. But of course, this being the more performance-focused scooter, well, it's up on power and torque. Now, power figures are rated at around 9.9 PS of max power, and torque is rated at around 10.3 Nm. That is really nice, and it's all there to be felt as soon as you're doing the throttle. From a standstill, well, in fact, Hero say that this is the fastest scooter that propels itself from 0 to 60 kilometers per hour. It says it can do it in 7.6 seconds. Well, it feels really quick. The moment you ring the throttle from a standstill, the scooter has a good amount of shove to it. Even from 40 to 60, the acceleration is really nice. 60 kilometers per hour, well, you have the eco mode, the eco light flashing on there. And the scooter is very composed, very refined, very relaxed. Feels really nice out on the road. The Xoom 125 feels nice and agile, even with those big 14-inch alloy wheels. And a unique bit about it is the fact that this also gets a nice fat 120 section rear tire, which also aids in your grip and tractability in corners. Now in terms of seating, yes, you do have a decent amount of space. Handlebars quite low, easily accessible. You have a good turning radius as well. It's not the easiest to turn with the big wheels. What really helps is stability when you hit higher speeds. Now 60, 70, 80 kilometers per hour, well, the scooter feels very composed in a straight line, and you can tilt it over and hold your line really nicely if that's your thing, if you have that space and you have the momentum to carry through that. In terms of legroom, you have a decent amount of space, but then you have this tunnel that does not give you a lot of storage space. If you had to carry some of your goods or some parcels or something like that, you don't have a lot of center space to work with in the footway area, and this small glove box area really cuts into that space as well. So the taller you are, you will suffer a little bit because the seat as well, the way it's shaped, as you can see, it's contoured. It sort of makes you slide ahead, in fact, and even when you brake hard, you tend to slide ahead. So I'm not too happy with the seat. Now, as you would think, with a slightly stiffer sprung suspension setup and 14-inch wheels, it does get a little choppy in the city. A lot of elderly riders will not really appreciate, but the more youthful you are, the more exuberant you are, the more you like riding fast, the more you'll fancy this scooter. Brakes, very apt. It feels very adequate given the power that the scooter has to manage. So yes, the Xoom 125 can be seen as a fun and exciting scooter in terms of its style, tech and performance, and it's pretty much unlike any other Hero scooter from before really. Handling and dynamics of the scooter is good overall. It's a great step up for Hero, I believe, this one. Now, although you might see the Xoom 125cc as entering a bit late to the 125cc performance-oriented scooter party out here in India, well, it does make a pretty substantial or a pretty compelling case for itself.
Well, it's time to take our final commercial break here on the show, but don't go anywhere because on the other side, we'll take you through the Honda Adventure Camp.